Hi everybody, welcome back to Talking Comics. I'm Cynthia and this is
Bobby. Hi, how's it going? We caught almost a literal virus, a Walking Dead virus this week.
Look at this, so much Walking Dead.
A ton of stuff, and that's not just because the show was on. Well,
partially,
it's mainly because the show was on, but it's also because now it's a perfect time to be a Walking Dead fan.
Exactly. Like this time we reviewed The Walking Dead, the Governor special, which I don't know. I don't want to spoil anything for people that don't know Walking Dead, but the Governor is a villain in the Walking Dead series. He's crazy.
I guess. I mean, I get when I found out there were villains besides the zombies. That kind of like, well, I got late on the Walking Dead train, and I found out, I'm like, what? Humans are villains? I thought it was just 100 issues of them like killing zombies.
Yeah, which it kind of is, but it's just kind of like what the world turns into and what it does to people.
And there would be dictators that kind of take this opportunity to seize power when they couldn't in our normal. This is apparently our normal society when they couldn't gain power. Then
like us, we need we're so used to having like our presidents and so on, and governors and mayors or whatever.
Law and order.
Yeah, and yeah, that's what the Governor kind of becomes for a place called Woodbury.
Ooh,
and
that name is never going to sound right again.
I know, it doesn't. It just kind of like makes me feel like, ugh. But
but this special they just came out. They've been doing a series of specials to highlight all the characters that are kind of popping up on the show. They had a Michonne special, and this is the Governor special. It showcases his very first appearance in the comics, and it shows in a way like the first appearance of Woodbury, the first appearance of his unusual law tactics. You know, it's not something that, like Cynthia was saying, our president or our governor or our governor, our mayor would do, but it's the way that you rule in this world, and it kind of shows what kind of man it would take to have that.
Yeah, like he does some weird stuff. Like one of the things that he does that's really creepy is he has heads, like severed heads in fish tanks that he stares at. Just stares at.
Just stares at. And to him, that's like his training.
Yeah.
Like he's becoming a stronger man because of it.
Yeah, and it's like they're almost like trophies. It's really creepy.
Yeah.
And yeah, and it was just like a really good introduction to like what's the Governor and what's going on with him and how he has affected the whole group. Where Rick is the main character, he's the sheriff, and how it has affected them running into him. So.
And it's good because it's also, while it's considered a special, it's also part of the main Walking Dead series. So if you like watching the show right now, wanted a good place to pick up on it, you can definitely pick this up.
Yeah,
read it and be like, oh wow, like, the thing is, there's a lot of other stuff going on at the time, like with Rick and Lori in the prison and everything else. So you might be a little left out from that sense, but as far as everything else, like them finding Woodbury, meeting the Governor, that stuff is all perfect introduction points, and it'll actually get you into the series too.
Yeah, and the series is so different from the show. Like just reading this alone, you will see there's characters still around that aren't as in the show, and then there's characters
are alive.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And there's characters that are gone that are still around in the show. So it's equally a great story as a comics as it is in the show. Very different, very different, but yeah.
So the Governor special is one, and we also have the two novels they came out with.
Yeah. So
and to tie in with the show, they came out with two very big novels. One was called Rise of the Governor. Yeah. The other was called The Road to Woodbury.
Woodbury. This one's the first thing I'll read. This one's a sequel to it.
Rise of the Governor is obviously.
Yeah, it's really good. It goes really deep into the story of the Governor, and he's not who you think he is. It's really good. There's a really great twist to it.
And then The Road to Woodbury spotlights on a character named Lily, who comes across Woodbury the same way that Rick and the gang did, but also shows that she wasn't the first one to think that something's up with this Governor guy, and gets caught into like this whole awful, I guess, adventure. Like, I don't know that's not really an adventure. She's not having fun while it's happening, but she gets caught up in all of that before Rick and the rest of the crew arrive in Woodbury. Yeah. So both novels, if you love the Governor, if you love to hate the Governor even,
exactly,
all this stuff is great introduction to the series.
Still zombie killing, which is great.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, thanks for checking us out, guys. Be sure to visit us on Facebook, Heroes and Villains Tucson.
And our Tumblr as well, Heroes and Villains Tucson.
HNV Comics.
And
that's
Twitter.
Twitter.
That's our Twitter.
That's
yeah.
our Twitter, HNV Comics. Check us out.
Cool. All right, thanks, guys.
Yeah, we'll see ya.
Bye.